All right, welcome to. Try that one more time. Welcome to episode number 3 of A Legal Newbie and a Lawyer. I'm here with Andrew Helland of Helland Law Group. And today we're going to talk about personal injury checklists, aka what do you bring to your first meeting with an attorney about a personal injury case. Shall we jump right in?
Absolutely.
Okay. By now, they probably know the legal fine print thing. But,
I'm hoping.
Yeah, so this is not legal advice. It's general information. You need to talk to a real attorney if you want to get full-on legal advice.
Absolutely.
All right, so first question here is what do you bring to your personal injury case in an ideal world?
Well, in an ideal world, what I probably would love for somebody to bring to me is as much information about the accident that they were involved in. Particularly, kind of what I'm looking for is, number one, if they have any pictures, I'll take pictures either of the accident scene or pictures of damage to vehicles, things like that. It's also helpful to have any insurance information for both yourself and for anybody else who was involved in the accident. Another thing that's also very, very helpful to have is just identification information about any witnesses or parties that were involved in the accident. Usually, if you bring those along with if there was any accident report or police report, incident report, anything like that, that also is very, very helpful. But usually, those kind of things are enough to at least get things going.
Okay, that's the get the case started kind of information.
Absolutely.
So you're not like digging into medical records or that kind of thing yet?
No, usually, I mean, if you have medical records that are readily available to you, if you want to bring them in, we'll definitely take a look. That helps to kind of figure out things like damages potentially. But kind of right out the gate, medical records can usually be obtained along kind of the road of litigation as necessary.
Yeah, and sometimes medical situations linger for a while,
Absolutely.
so you just don't know at
Absolutely.
the beginning. Okay, all right. So let's continue to talk about that ideal world. It's not always going to work out this way, but ideally, let's say you're not so injured that you can't take a few pictures. What are the things that you would take pictures of that people might not think to take a picture of?
Well, I think one couple different things, I guess, is one of them is obviously the scene, kind of the overall landscape of where the accident happened. So if it was an intersection, something showing kind of traffic patterns, weather conditions, lighting, those types of things, that's helpful. And the other thing that's very helpful is kind of today, in today's world of smartphones, pictures are cheap and easy. So taking pictures of, for example, damage to vehicles, taking pictures of people who were involved in the accident, and even things like driver's licenses, insurance cards, stuff like that is very frequently easier than trying to write stuff down.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. It's not an ideal world so much of the time. So what if somebody forgets or can't bring one of the items on the list that you just described?
Then my best advice is don't worry about it. And the reason I say that is accidents are challenging. I mean, they're challenging physically, obviously the injuries you sustain as a result of them, but they're also very, very challenging emotionally. Just kind of the stress of going through it and how it impacts your daily life. So as a result of that, is it kind of completely to be expected that somebody doesn't have everything? Absolutely. And that's just fine. That's an attorney can usually help guide the process and gather up the information that's maybe missing.
Okay. All right. So if you've got a personal injury situation, give Helen a call. Is that first call
Free? Absolutely.
all right? Okay. So give them a call. You got nothing to lose, and they'll take good care of you.
Absolutely.
I think we're done here.
Good. This has been a lot of fun, but I'm not complaining.
You got real work to do.
Yeah, I got to do some lawyering at some point.
Okay. We out.
All right.
Why do you do that? Why do you do that?